Hey, what's going on, guys? Piped in, Subtle Art Soap Co. Uh, we are going to kill this tub, I hope by February, by the end of February. So I've got that soap blooming. We're gonna go with one of the first shaves I've ever had, with a DE, and that's going to be my Vanderhagen. This is the Twist to Open TTO Vanderhagen. I believe I bought this off of Amazon. I think they come in shorter handles. This is the longer handle, as you could see. And then we're gonna use the first blade. I think one of the first blades. Maybe I used a Shark before this one. But anyway, yeah, so this will be a fun shave. The Vanderhagen, I feel, is pretty aggressive. There's a good amount of blade feel. Not the most blade feel I've ever had. Like on a level, like on a setting 6 of the Futur, but yeah, it's got a good bit of blade feel. So that's going to be our setup right there. Like I said, this is a twist to open. You just twist the bottom little knob here that opens and closes the doors. All right, cool. Let's make sure that our alignment is good. As you can see, I have a ton of growth. Yeah, I haven't shaved, and this is 6 days. This is 6 days of growth. So yeah, lots of growth to mow down. I haven't trimmed my goatee yet. I need to trim it. It's getting a bit tangly and whatnot. I have the brush for it. Like I'll put not tamer, but like some balm in there and kind of like brush it down and make sure that it's. But when I go to sleep and wake up, it's like all crazy again. So I don't know. I'm not big on beard maintenance, but anyway, I'm talking too much. Okay, the Omega Pro 48. It's been soaking. See there, Pro 48. It's the Boar brush. Let's go ahead and empty out the water. All right. Like I said, I am blooming the soap. That's the soap right here. And we're gonna go ahead and pour that bloom water out. We'll use a bit of that. That's somewhat of a pre-shave. I've come to not really like Parasso's pre-shave is fine. There are some pre-shaves that work perfectly fine with a lot of hair, but I find like the Cube, like a glycerin-based pre-shave, clogs up the razor a lot, and so when you go to rinse it, like you've got clumps of hair because the glycerin's kind of like, you know, keeping them together. Anyway, so yeah, that's the brush, that's the soap. Let's go ahead and get in here. We may have to add a little bit of water. Yeah, it's getting kind of sticky, which is a great thing. Oh yeah, wow. It's getting stringy, look. I love when I can get a soap a little stringy. All right, I'm gonna add a little bit of water to the actual tub here and keep on going. You don't want a super dense lather to shave. You want a dense lather to shave with, but you want to make sure that it's a well-hydrated dense lather. Like if I were to put that bubblegum type of paste on my face and try to shave with that, that's not providing any protection. It's not really doing anything for you. If a soap does that, you know it's a great base. If a soap can string up like that early on, you know it's a great base. You add water, you dilute it a little bit, you get it very thick, dense lather. But anyway, I'm sure if you're watching my videos, you're a well-seasoned wet shaver, and if not, welcome. If you have any questions, please let me know. All right, we're good. Look at that. Lots of lather. Okay, more on my fingers as well. Actually, let me go ahead and slap that on. Why not? Waste not, want not. And like I said, I have been, even though I'm not going to mow down the goatee, I have been putting the actual soap lathering in the goatee just to help, because you know, at the end of the day, most artisan soaps actually have pretty good properties and will actually help moisturize your skin and not dry it out. And so I do this, lather the goatee, kind of help with that, especially in the winter. Obviously, it's much drier. We're supposed to be getting some, well, so I've seen some guys on the Mafia Discord and on Instagram posts. Definitely gotta add a whole bunch of water to this. But those guys talking about the weather in their area. Up north, you know, minus 5, 10 degrees. It's not gonna get that cold here, but it is gonna get in the teens, which is, for Louisiana, for the South, is extremely cold. Add a little bit more water. So yeah, we'll have some fun down here. Schools are closed on Tuesday. I think Monday is a federal holiday. Schools are closed on Tuesday. I work both days, but we're supposed to have some, like I said, some deep freeze. They're calling it deep freeze weather. Some people up north are like, yeah, that's just like normal weather over here in the winter. But for the South, it's you know, 12, 13, 14 degree weather over here is not something we're accustomed to. So we're supposed to have some rain a day or two prior to that. And we're not going to get a lot of, there's going to be a lot of forecast, or overcast, I should say. So we're not going to be able to have that rain evaporate, or the majority of it. And so what's going to happen is that rain is going to freeze up on the roadways or whatever else and create a very thin layer of ice, I'm assuming. And again, I understand that up north, that's like a common thing. I'll tell you, over the past 2 years, I've seen a ton of videos in the winter of vehicles, you know, driving in the weather up north, in Canada, wherever, and like veering off the road and like not being able to stop and slam and like just having huge pileups. Man, I am glad that I don't live in an area that has to go through that. I'll tell you, in Miami, lived there for almost 6 years, 6 full years. And when it gets like 66, 67, 68 degrees over there, they're walking out in like full winter attire. You would think that, you know, people over there were going to Alaska. It's actually quite funny. Just painting in some water here. I do not want to, with this much growth, I want to have as much hydration as I can. This base could definitely take it. I'm also trying to get the goatee kind of like up and out of the line of my shave. All right, sweet. Yeah, Night Watch SoCo. We announced Ruins. It's the picture of the Viking. Basically, like I wanted to have a boat in the background, but I also like you can't really have a boat in the background with trees because like typically boats are in water, right? So I wanted trees and embers and stuff also like floating in the air behind Ruins. And anyway, so yeah, I scrapped the boat idea and kind of went with what you see on Night Watch Soap Company's Instagram page. It's going to, well, I haven't announced this thing yet, and I guess I won't yet. We're still waiting on the entire. So what we'll do is we'll purchase, you know, whatever oils and test and make sure that things work out. And then once they do, it's like, okay, like, what's the story behind this scent? You know, and we'll build a label around what we get from the actual scent itself. Now that hasn't always been the case, but for this one it has. I wanted to do just one pass here, although I know I'm buffering. I'm doing a lot of strokes, but I think I'm gonna have to do more because Yeah. I'm gonna have to do more. I'll probably just do a 2-pass. I need to get my hair cut again. As I'm recording this, it is Sunday morning. Yeah, the razor's full. It's not catching anything. I've wanted to shave several times, but things always seem to pop up and it never really works out. During the week, it's almost impossible to shave. Well, that's not the truth. If I wake up at 3 or 4 a.m., I could get it done. But when I'm going to sleep at 12 or 1 a.m. working on other things, I don't want to wake up that early. But yeah, I've wanted to shave this off for quite a bit now. Our child is doing great. Well, I mean, both of our kids are doing great, but the newborn, she's doing phenomenal. She's going to be tall if you go by the chart. But so will my son. My son will be tall as well. He's a little over, like he's just under 3.5 feet tall. And he's not 4 yet, so I think he'll be tall. I was expecting some bleeding. I was expecting a bit more irritation. I do have a little bit that I can see. I don't know if the camera's, clear enough where you could see. I definitely have some irritation, but I was expecting a ton. All right, let me rinse up, clean off real quick, and then we'll do a second pass. All right, second lathering here. Yeah, we've been slammed at work, had my actual 9 to 5, and obviously Night Watch Soapco takes a chunk of my time when I come home from work. Generally, I'll have a little bit of work to finish up when I get home for my 9 to 5, but after that, it's hanging out with the kids, wife, and then on to Night Watch Soapco stuff. Lots of fun things we want to do this year. Definitely more charity work, and yeah. So all right, just gonna do across the growth for my second and last pass. A little bit of blade feel, like I said, but no, it's not harsh. Not at all. This is gonna feel so good to get all of this off. Feels great. One thing that I did see about goatee maintenance, or beard maintenance as a whole, I guess, is I was watching some guy and he was recommending at least once a week to rub coconut oil in your beard, goatee, whatever, beard. And I was thinking about doing that, trying that out. I think I've done it in the past, but I've never really done it more than once. You know, like a one-off type thing. So, all right, let me rinse off. I'll be right back. I'm happy with that. At least without my glasses on, I'm happy with that. All right, let's this, and I've mentioned this before. This is actually a bottle of Ruins because it is a phenomenal fragrance. It's going to be a great winter scent, which is obviously why I'm releasing it at this point in time. We purchased the actual sample mix maybe in the fall of last year, 2023. But I was thinking to myself, like, this is definitely a winter mix. This is not a fall or summer or spring mix. Although it might be okay for spring, but anyway. All right, that's the shave. Hope you all enjoyed. Piped in, doing as great of a job as always. No complaints. The Vanderhagen, it impresses me every time. You know, I think when I bought it, it was $15.99. I think it came with, I forgot which blades it came with in the pack, but it came with, I want to say 2 5-packs, so 10 blades, and the actual twist to open Vanderhagen razor. $15.99 is what I want to say I paid on Amazon. Maybe you can get it cheaper from a retailer, but at the point in time when I started, I wasn't really paying attention to retailers. I was just buying the few things that I purchased off of Amazon. But yeah, guys, that's it. I'll probably throw some balm in this after the splash wears off, some non-scented. And yeah, that's it. So hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great week. Stay safe, stay warm, and I'll see you next time.